Have you ever experienced a feeling of overwhelm due to the challenges that arise in your relationship? Have you ever considered how to prevent confrontations and foster a more intimate and balanced relationship? As human beings, it is common to encounter challenges in our closest relationships. Instead, Stoic philosophy gives us a powerful strategy to confront these challenges and turn them into occasions for personal development and authentic connections. What if you decided to pause to reflect on why conflicts arise with your partner? The key may lie in our ability to manage our reactions and foster Stoic virtue in our everyday encounters. By practicing self-discipline, compassion, and calm acceptance of what we cannot change, we can develop stronger, more rewarding relationships. So how can we integrate these Stoic principles into our romantic relationships? What specific steps can we take to prevent conflict with our partner and promote a more intimate and special connection? During this journey of philosophical exploration, we will learn together useful tactics and deep reflections to develop relationships full of love, understanding, and harmony. Now, let's focus on a series of Stoic tips to avoid problems with your partner. Exercise empathy and open communication. Relationships are the place where our strengths and weaknesses can be evident. Instead of letting disputes create distance between you and your partner, Stoicism guides us to foster empathy and open communication. Have you ever experienced a feeling of not being understood or distant from your partner? Have you found yourself in conflict situations that would have been avoidable if you had improved your communication? Exercising empathy involves putting yourself in your partner's position and striving to understand their thoughts, emotions, and points of view. It involves paying full attention and showing genuine interest in what they express, without criticizing or interrupting. Communicating openly means communicating your own ideas and emotions clearly and respectfully, without fear of being vulnerable. It involves being receptive to your partner's concerns and collaborating in finding mutually satisfactory solutions. In your next confrontation with your partner, remember to take time to show empathy and open communication. Is it possible for you to put your worries aside and really pay attention to what your partner needs to say? Are you able to communicate your emotions clearly and respectfully, avoiding blaming or criticizing others? By exercising empathy and open communication, we not only strengthen our relationship with our partner, but we also foster greater closeness and understanding between us. Practice letting go and not holding on. When in a relationship, it is easy to fall into the trap of wanting to dominate every aspect of your partner's life or expecting them to constantly meet all of your expectations. However, Stoicism shows us how important it is to practice acceptance and detachment, letting each person be as they are without trying to modify them to our liking. Have you ever been tempted to try to change your partner to fit what you want or expect? Have you experienced being in conflict with the feeling of frustration when situations do not develop as you planned in your relationship? Engaging in the practice of acceptance and detachment means understanding that your partner is a unique and independent individual, with his or her own strengths, weaknesses, and quirks. It involves giving up the need to control or modify your partner and instead, unconditionally embrace them as they are. On the other hand, detachment involves ceasing to feel emotional attachment to specific outcomes in the relationship. It involves recognizing that you will not always be in control of what happens in your relationship and being willing to let go of your pre-established expectations. When you find yourself in a situation where you want to control your partner or have unrealistic expectations, remember to practice acceptance and detachment. Is it possible for you to accept your partner, with all his faults and distinctive features, just as he is? Could you put aside your expectations and be receptive to what the relationship brings to you in the here and now? By exercising the practice of acceptance and detachment, we not only improve our connection with our partner, but we also nurture greater inner tranquility and individual happiness. Practice the virtue of moderation. In a relationship, it is easy to adopt harmful long-term behaviors, such as excessive jealousy, overprotection, or emotional dependence. Avoiding them is to practice the virtue of moderation. Stoicism tells us how to develop the virtue of moderation, achieving a healthy balance between giving and receiving, between caring for our partner and caring for ourselves. Have you ever experienced the feeling of being intrusive on your partner's privacy or being excessively emotionally needy? Have you noticed that you are giving up your own needs and desires to maintain the relationship? Exercising moderation is about identifying your own extreme inclinations and working to find a healthy balance in your relationship. It means taking your partner's limits and needs into account, while making sure you don't neglect your own needs and desires. When you find yourself in a situation where you think you are going too far in your relationship, take a moment to practice restraint. Can you strike a healthy balance between taking care of your partner and taking care of yourself? Is it possible to respect your partner's limitations and needs without neglecting your own needs and desires? When we exercise the virtue of restraint, we not only improve our connection with our partner, but we also develop greater self-confidence and personal respect. Exercise empathy in communication. Effectiveness in communication is essential in all relationships, however, empathetic communication goes even deeper. It consists of empathizing with others, understanding their emotions and points of view, and reacting with compassion and understanding. Have you ever felt like your partner doesn't understand you or isn't really listening to you? Have you experienced moments when the words you said were misinterpreted or not taken into account? Exercising empathy in communication requires actively listening to your partner, taking into account not only what they say, but also their gestures, tone of voice and way of expressing themselves. It involves accepting their feelings and showing understanding of their experiences, even if you don't share them. When you talk to your partner, remember to practice empathetic communication. Are you able to stop your own thoughts and worries to really listen to your partner? Are you able to react with empathy and understanding, accepting and confirming their feelings? By carrying out empathetic communication, we not only improve our connection with our partner, but we also foster a climate of trust and mutual support in our relationship. Practice unconditional acceptance. In a relationship, it is common for discrepancies and disagreements to appear. However, Stoicism shows us how crucial it is to practice total acceptance of our partner, regardless of their flaws or mistakes. Have you ever experienced frustration or resentment due to your partner's actions or qualities that you cannot change? Have you faced ongoing problems with not being fully accepted based on certain personality traits or ways of acting? Exercising unconditional acceptance consists of valuing and accepting your partner in their entirety, with all their virtues and defects. It involves not trying to modify your partner to meet your expectations, but rather, loving and appreciating the person as they are in this moment. When conflicts arise with your partner or you feel the urge to judge their actions, remember to practice unconditional acceptance as a tool to improve the relationship. Can you abandon your personal expectations and accept your partner without conditions or criticism? Could you focus on the positive qualities and what you appreciate about them instead of focusing on their flaws or mistakes? By practicing unconditional acceptance, we not only strengthen our bond with our partner, but we also develop a deeper love and connection for each other. Promote sincerity and authenticity. The key to a stable relationship is trust, which is developed through sincerity and authenticity. Stoicism shows us the relevance of being authentic and honest in our relationships with our partner. Have you ever been tempted to hide your true feelings or thoughts for fear of how your partner would react? Have you ever experienced episodes where lack of honesty generated conflict or confusion in your relationship? Exercising authenticity and honesty is about staying true to yourself and communicating your ideas and emotions directly and sincerely. Being honest with your partner means facing difficult conversations or uncomfortable confrontations. In the future, if you are tempted to hide the truth from your partner or be dishonest, remember to practice sincerity and honesty in your interactions. Is it possible to remain faithful to your personal values and principles, even knowing that it could result in facing conflict or criticism? Is it possible to establish open and sincere communication with your partner to create a solid foundation of trust and mutual respect? By being authentic and honest, we not only improve our relationship as a couple, but we also develop greater personal integrity and a deeper connection in our relationship. Exercise the ability to understand and forgive. In any relationship, it is common to face challenges and conflicts. Stoicism shows us the relevance of practicing understanding and forgiveness, both towards our partner and towards ourselves, to overcome obstacles and strengthen the relationship. Have you ever felt hurt by your partner's actions or words, or have you accidentally hurt your partner? Have you experienced being trapped in a cycle of resentment and anger, unable to forgive and move forward? Exercising empathy and forgiveness requires trying to understand the other's reasons and points of view, even if they are not shared. It also involves shedding the weight of previous events, releasing grudges and old scars to allow for greater harmony and tranquility in the relationship. When you find yourself involved in a dispute with your partner, it is important to take time to practice empathy and forgiveness. Are you able to put aside your pride and ego to try to see situations from your partner's point of view? Do you have the ability to find the strength necessary to forgive and free yourself from past wounds, thus allowing for greater rapprochement and reconciliation in the relationship? By putting understanding and forgiveness into practice, we not only improve our connection with our partner, but we also foster greater inner calm and a sense of personal freedom. Cultivate gratitude and courage every day. In everyday life, it is often easy to overlook the small gestures that our partner has towards us. However, the focus of Stoicism is to foster gratitude and appreciation for our partner's daily actions, which strengthens the relationship and emotional bond. Have you stopped to think about all the little ways your partner supports you and cares for you in your daily routine? Have you ignored the acts of love and kindness that your partner frequently shows you? Exercising gratitude and appreciation involves recognizing the blessings we have in our lives and showing gratitude for them. It also involves appreciating and valuing our partner's actions and qualities on a regular and sincere basis. In your next meeting with your partner, take a moment to consider all the ways it benefits you and supports you in your daily life. Can you point out 3 specific aspects that you value about her at that moment? Could you show your gratitude and appreciation in an authentic and meaningful way? When we express gratitude and appreciation daily, we not only improve our relationship as a couple, but we also foster greater emotional connection and satisfaction in our lives. In a relationship, it is important to practice patience and understanding during difficult and challenging times. Stoicism tells us the importance of maintaining serenity and composure, as well as exercising patience and understanding in complicated situations. Have you ever felt tension or conflict in your relationship that caused you frustration or impatience? Have you ever experienced the temptation to respond with anger or resentment when circumstances do not go as planned? Remembering that difficulties are normal in relationships and that they can be overcome with time and effort is key to practicing patience and understanding. It also involves showing understanding and empathy towards your partner, recognizing that they also face their own difficulties and challenges. When you are in a difficult situation with your partner, remember to take a moment to be patient and understanding. Can you take a deep breath and calm yourself before acting without thinking? Could you try to see situations from your partner's point of view and show empathy towards their emotions and concerns? By demonstrating patience and understanding in complicated situations, We not only improve our connection with our partner, but we also develop greater emotional resilience and a stronger bond in our relationship. So, do you feel ready to move toward a stronger, more loving relationship? You have the power to decide. As we consider useful Stoic advice for improving romantic relationships, we are faced with a special opportunity to change the way we love and communicate. Each of these tips encourages us to develop essential aspects such as understanding, acceptance, effective communication, and gratitude, which strengthen our relationship as a couple and enrich our lives. By cultivating patience, understanding, gratitude, and other Stoic qualities, we embark on a process of self-knowledge and personal development that leads to a more intimate and valuable connection with our partner. We become designers of our own love fortunes, building a strong relationship based on mutual respect, compassion, and emotional connection. So, I encourage you to return to these principles whenever you need it, to keep in mind that each obstacle in your relationship is an opportunity to evolve and acquire knowledge together. Let the ancient wisdom of Stoicism guide you as you wade into the complicated waters of love and togetherness. And keep in mind that the process of strengthening and making a relationship more loving begins with a single action. Are you prepared to do it? You make the decision. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and growth. If you found value in this video, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future content.